And what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It is your boy, Cheap Ludes, and I'm back to talk about Primetime packs. And the reason that I want to talk about Primetime packs today, I did do an entire Primetime pack opening, so definitely go check that out if you haven't already, is because 2K has set an interesting precedent with the newest Primetime packs that we got today. Now, look, normally guys like Jamal Mashburn and Mark Aguirre are usually, if you would have showed me this readout of what cards we were getting and then said what gem level are the cards going to be, I would have had it completely flipped on its head. I would have been like, okay, it's probably Pink Diamond Ayton, Diamond Herro, Amethyst Matchburn, Ruby Aguirre, and then honestly Diamond OG I probably would have said was probably the same, but they flipped it completely. Like Jamal Mashburn and Mark Aguirre are not guys who usually get high tier cards. By the way, both of these guys very, very good in game. Mark Aguirre, a budget beast. If you can get him for around 20k, he is a monster at small forward. Base 22, really overall solid. He plays good defense too. This dude's sick. Jamal Mashburn, even better. Really expensive. I think he's still over 100k right now. He is, I shudder to say he's better than Grant Hill, but he's like adjacent. Like he's there, you know. But what they're doing is with DeAndre Ayton and Tyler Herro specifically, these are the pack selling cards. OG Anunoby's fine. He's good. He's really, really good. He's probably the best card in this set. Depends how you feel about Mashburn, I guess. But what they're doing here with DeAndre Ayton and Tyler Herro is they're giving them basically real life dynamic goals. You know how we have like the dynamic goals in game? Well, if DeAndre Ayton or another Suns big man grabs 12 rebounds, or if Tyler Herro gets 4 3-pointers made, they get an Evo update tomorrow. Now, right now, Tyler Herro is shooting 3 for 5 with about 7 minutes left in the fourth quarter of their game against the Mavericks. Look, it's a high possibility that he gets that fourth 3-pointer made. But you never really know either way. And DeAndre Ayton, their game hasn't started yet. I don't even know if he's playing. Either way, if someone from the Suns gets 12 rebounds, then we get an Ayton Evo. By the way, Ayton is a beast, but it doesn't really matter. So there's a lot of talk on how this is going to play out. Because would you guys really be surprised if instead of, giving these two existing cards Evos, they just took them out of packs and put 2 Evo versions in there instead? Encouraging more people to go open packs? No, absolutely not. But that's not what they're going to do. What they're going to do is they're just going to add an extra Evo. Basically, I was going to say Evolution, an added Evo to each of the cards that would be in here. So if you have either of them, they're just going to get an additional Evo. They've done this before. Back in 2K20, they used to do this all the time. They would take like an outdated card. For instance, I remember when Galaxy Opal Ben Simmons started to get a little bit outdated. They gave him an Evo and shot his price back up randomly 4 months after he came out. This is what they're going to be doing with these 2 cards. Now, this is an interesting thing that they're doing, and something that we've noticed a lot, especially in the lead up here, in season 1 specifically, is that we saw a lot of cards that couldn't have a lot of badge upgrades. Just a lot of badges just straight up could not be applied to the cards. Guys like James Worthy, all these guys, specific badges just couldn't be added to these guys regardless. We saw it last year too. 2K just didn't do anything with it. I thought they were going to go more in the dynamic duo department as far as adding the badges, but we could see additional Evos start to be added to some of these older cards. We've seen 2K do it before. Wouldn't be shocked to see them do it again. Now, looking at the actual Primetime guys themselves, like Tyler Herro, his price is ridiculous. Now, here's the thing. Is there's 7 minutes left in the game? Obviously, he's probably going to get another 3-pointer, right? But there's a shot that he doesn't. That possibility definitely exists. You know what I mean? It's not guaranteed that he's going to get that 4th 3-pointer. It's possible that he doesn't at all, which means speculatively adding him is going to be risky. The cheapest one you can get, you can try to bid snipe Tyler Herro. That's probably going to be your best bet to get it the absolute cheapest. If you're trying to outright buy it now, it's probably around 16K on Xbox. I believe it's around 14 or 13 on PlayStation as of right now, but he is only 1 3-pointer away, so anything could happen. So I caution against investing in Tyler Heroes for a variety of reasons. Obviously, like I talked about, we don't even know if he's going to hit that last three-pointer. The law of probability says yes, Tyler Hero, a three-point shooter, probably going to shoot at least 2 more threes, possibly 3. If he shoots 3 more threes, there's a high probability he makes one of them. But the other thing is we don't even know what the Evo is going to do yet. Like, we don't know. Like, we have no idea. For all we know, this could do absolutely nothing. Like, in all likelihood, yes, it's going to make the card better. He'll probably be one of the better Amethyst wing options. I mean, he's already pretty good at his Ruby tier, let alone, you know what I mean? If they even give him a couple different defensive badges and even boost like some of his defensive stats, like, he could be very, very good. His tendencies aren't going to boost up, but his tendencies aren't that bad. Now, he's not the one I'm really worried about, though. Like, Tyler Hero will be okay. I mean, he's already a pretty good Ruby as it is, but if he doesn't get the Evo or his Evo's not good, how much better is he than Landry Fields? Like, really? Landry Fields is fire. I just like Landry Fields a lot. But the guy that I'm really concerned about is Ayton. Like, because DeAndre Ayton is an absolute monster. Like, this card is super good. His release is very easy to time. And if that is the case, like, he has base 112, which is only him and Peyton Pritchard and some dude named Miles McBride, which is a really sick name. But he has a 65 three-pointer right now. If they boost him up to like a 75 or even potentially like in the high 70s, I don't think it'll go much higher than that. If they do that, DeAndre Ayton could be one of the best centers in the game. He won't be a budget center anymore after that. Like, he's already kind of not a budget center right now. He's hovering around 20,000 MT. But if he doesn't play tonight, whoever is playing the center position or just anyone from the Suns in general, if they can get 12 rebounds, he'll get an Evo as well. And I'm telling you, if this dude can shoot at all, he will be a monster because he's already an incredibly efficient rim protector. And if they give him any shooting badges whatsoever and up his three-point shot just a little bit, I'm telling you, if it's even at like a 75 to an 80, anywhere in between there, he's going to be a monster. If they do that, we could be looking at DeAndre Ayton as like a top 5 center in this game right now. Like, I'm not kidding. I might be over-exaggerating. I would say top 5 affordable or reachable center in this game is probably what I should say. And the reason I say I don't know how much better he'll be than like Miles Turner. He's definitely not better than Dolph Shays, but he's 7'1" and an absolute monster. So I don't know, anything's possible really at this point. He is nice. Jamal Mashburn, if he ever goes below 100K, like, I only have 170K. By the way, shout out to everybody that was hyped about me pulling multiple Aguirres. I ended up getting 80K total, about 72K total for the 2 Aguirres. So I didn't come up that hard. As you can see, you can get Mark Aguirre for significantly cheaper than 50K. You can get him down at like 40K. Possibly we could see him tomorrow being around 30. I don't know, though, because Rick Barry, who is absolutely garbage, refuses to go under 20K for some reason, just due to rarity. So I don't know what's going on with Mark Aguirre. That being said, though, if you need an all-around wing, you know, around the 30K price range, like, Mark Aguire's fire. He is, I don't consider 40K a budget card, but I mean, if that's kind of your price range, that's what you're comfortable spending for an elite small forward. Like, Mark Aguirre is pretty heat, like, all things considered. Like, he's nice, dude. I played around with him a little bit. He's really decent. I mean, there's really not that many budget wings. I know a lot of people like Chris Middleton. There's some other guys too, obviously, but Mark Aguirre was kind of nice with it. Kawhi's still out there too. Like, he's still so expensive, but he is one of the most slept on cards in the game. So that being said, I like what 2K is doing here. Like, I do enjoy what they're doing with this new, it's not a new concept. I mean, MLB The Show does this. Like, literally they do this all the time. They basically take the Series 1 guys and they'll make them fluctuate up and down with how they're doing during the MLB season. You know, if 2K were to do that, you know, Tobias Harris, if he's having some good games, you know how we got a moments card of Tobias Harris, which, by the way, MLB The Show does moments too. You know, his regular card would be not an 82, it would be fluctuating up to an 86 with the additional badges and stuff that he would have. So there are other ways to do what they're doing, but regardless, I like what they're doing here, and I hope they continue to do it. because I think it's really tight. Now, that being said, if you're looking to make MT tonight, probably a good idea to pay attention to the Phoenix game. If you see somebody even remotely close to getting 12 rebounds in that Phoenix versus New Orleans Pelicans game, I highly recommend maybe thinking about picking up an Ayton while they're cheap, because if he comes out tomorrow and his Evo is not only A, easy to do, but B, very effective, we could see his price absolutely skyrocket, which is why I haven't sold my second one. I'm just letting him chill for a second, because I'm hoping that he comes out and he gets some shooting badges and is really good so I can sell Dikembe Mutombo. Nothing against Dikembe Mutombo, but DeAndre Ayton's jump shot is significantly better. And honestly, Dikembe is just driving me nuts. Like, he's just making me very upset right now. So, and I need the MT, like, really bad. So, and Ayton has a Hall of Fame Intimidator, which would be sick. But I really like what 2K is doing. I'm hoping that they start doing this more often. By the way, if you guys are not aware, we still got another 6 days of Rafe LaFrance. So, you know, if you want Rafe LaFrance, we're not getting an update tomorrow. Somebody said it was tomorrow. It's not. Same with TTO. If you're still looking for these two cards, you still got time to get them. Paul Silas just straight doesn't exist at this point. I'm just convinced of it. So I just don't even care. But I like what 2K is doing here. This is something that I think is really cool, and I hope they keep doing it. And I don't usually give 2K like any high props whatsoever. Like, realistically, most of the time I'm in here screeching about how their pack odds are terrible and how I hate everything they're doing. This is probably one thing where I'll be like, you know what, this is tight. I hope they keep doing it. Now, it remains to be seen how good the actual Evos are tomorrow. I'm probably going to pick up Tyler Herro at some point. I just got to see if he actually hit the threes or not. I couldn't tell you. Looks like he's still at 21 points with only 4 minutes left, so it's entirely possible that he does not. And they're up 110 to 97 too. Like, this is tough. This is going to come down to the wire. So I'm going to go ahead and just not invest in a Tyler Herro. Or I'm going to sit here literally like on Tyler Herro and just wait for that final three to go in. Because if it does, I am picking one up. Because it'll probably be more than what, you know, he's going for, which I think he's going for like 16K or something. People are starting to put him up for a lot less. I think people are cutting their losses because they know if he doesn't get this Evo, legitimately, you'll be able to pick this card up tomorrow for like 4 or 5K. And for 4 or 5K, he'll be a super, super good card. Like, there's 4 minutes left. So, like, there's still the possibility that, like, he could hit this three-pointer. I don't know, dude. This is actually kind of tight. And this is what I was talking about. Like, this is actually super cool. Like, I just bought a hollow Tyler Herro for 6K. I actually bought the other one. I wasn't even paying attention. Oh, no. Okay. Is that another hollow? Are these all hollows? I mean, this one's a hollow, right? I think so. Yeah, whatever. It is what it is. Somebody else bought the other one, but it's all good. Dude, hit the three-pointer, Tyler Herro. See, this is the part that I really like, though, because this gives me a reason to watch NBA games, like, specifically, because under normal circumstances, you know, I'm an NBA fan, I'm a basketball fan, obviously, but, like, why, as a Bulls fan, I'm not going to go out of my way to try to watch Miami Heat versus Dallas Mavericks. Like, not like the teams aren't good or anything. It's just like, it's not in my parameters. Like, why would I do that to myself? Maybe I'll put it on in the background, but now I'm like intensely watching. I'm like, bro, Tyler Herro. I've never rooted for Tyler Herro, not once in my life, except in the finals against LeBron, because fuck LeBron. But I'm a Bulls fan from the Jordan era, dude. Don't expect me to be hyped on LeBron James, but this gives me a reason to be like, okay, dude, for real. This is like a double-edged sword for me, because either A, I get to hate on Tyler Herro, which I genuinely enjoy doing, and B, or B, I should say, B, I just came up because I bought these cards for 6K. So, I don't know. Oh, nobody wanted to buy James Borrego? That's cool. As always, it's been your boy Cheap Loots. I really hope they keep doing this. I've touched my chest like 6 times, like I'm standing at attention for some reason. Hey, drop a like on this video. Go check out my pack opening if you have not already. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.